Okay. Hello. So it's all kind of wonky and broken down there. So here's what we're gonna work on today. I'm kind of tired of the YouTube stuff having issues with the super chats and memberships not showing up and not being read aloud. So first off here, Spooky, thank you for the 36 months. That is that many-ish. Wait, no, this is 50 months. Resubscribe for a bit. It made it weird. Sorry, 50 months. 50, so 48, 50 months there. I appreciate that. So here's the deal. I didn't stream last weekend, which means that there is bonus data quota. So I can leave the remote desktop of the server running the whole stream. And that means that I can actually work on the stream stuff at the office. So we're going to go ahead and just work on this today. Hopefully we can get this fixed, and I can show you some of the like annoying weird back-end stuff that makes this such a pain. Follow X, thank you for the tier 2 sub there. Holy moly. And for 52 months. I appreciate that. So, yeah, so here's like the first fun thing, okay? So here's one of the YouTube API responses that I got for a chat message. That's just, it's a regular standard YouTube live chat message. But the API told me to wait over a second after actually getting a message to check whether or not I get another message. So to explain this, when you pull the YouTube API, it then gives you this value back, which is the number of milliseconds that you're supposed to wait before you query the API again to see if there are more updates. This doesn't use a push system like Twitch does. It uses a poll system. And it tells you if you must wait at least this long between checks. And this changes all the time. So sometimes it's below a second, like here it's, 974 milliseconds. It's a completely arbitrary number that changes constantly. So I have to look at this all the time, and it's just funny how much it changes and how long it is, even when you get a message. So Yeah. Gpin, thank you for the Prime sub there. And for 30 months, that's this many months. No, this many months. I appreciate that. Jeez, I don't know why it would have taken 7 hours to install any Linux distro. That's crazy. All right. Imagine Google breaking something. Well, it's not actually broken. So here's the thing. All right. Let me give you an example. So I grabbed one API sample here. YouTube live chat membership, but the snippet type is actually membership gifting event. I don't think I am handling this because I never had samples for this. New CV disk, just so you can look for credits on it. Oh gosh. Well, hopefully you find some. It is kind of a fun thing to do. And hello, since it's your first time chatting there. What happened last weekend? It was a holiday in the United States. Okay. It took 7 hours to update Solaris 10. Holy moly. You don't hate this temp format? You might even like it? Oh gosh. Silicone is really messy with the fingerprints? I don't know what you mean by silicone. It's all right. Let's see. I just want to, by the way, this is like super frustrating. I don't know why No Machine has started doing this. When you have it, the window full screened, it starts doing a pan in the remote desktop, even though I do not have it set to viewport mode. It is set to scale mode. If I make it not full screen, it stops panning. But if you full screen the window, it starts panning. It's super annoying. Anyway, there's the complaint for the day. This time I will accept someone saying, oh, you just need to do this to fix it, because I don't know of any fix. Flaming Phoenix, thank you for the Prime sub and for the first time there. I appreciate that. F11 or Alt-Enter? No, I don't want it to be full. I don't want actual full screen. I want windowed full screen. Another KDE enjoyer? Well, for a long time, yes. Anyway, okay. So here, the snippet type is listed as membership gifting event. So am I ever checking for something like that? Let's look through this. So callback chat, snippet type, super chat appears to be there. Handle super chats, okay. But we do not handle membership gifting event. Super chats is also broken. I can't remember if it was the amount micros thing. I did fix that, but it doesn't seem to have helped, because this still has never fired. Is it scrolling because of the taskbar at the bottom? No, it's panning the desktop. Like on Windows 98, if you have like a 640 by 480 monitor and you set your screen resolution to 1600 by 1200, it'll pan the window around. That's what it's doing. It's completely different. Like if I set it to display viewport mode, this is what it's doing. So like this, but it's doing it only when I full screen. What it's supposed to do instead is stretch the window. So like this, if I squish this down, oh, it's not doing it correctly now. Oh, is there some kind of aspect ratio hold option that it's doing? That's what's changed. You used to be able to mess up the aspect ratio by just like squishing the window. I bet that's what they did. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, because you used to be able to like change the aspect ratio by just squishing the window. It was not ideal, but I preferred that over this. It doesn't matter if it was the driver or the OS. I feel like that's a pretty universal thing that people will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it didn't used to keep the aspect ratio. So if you did that in the past, it would just squish the window, but it does not appear to want to do that anymore. Okay, so that's what's happened. I don't think that's a setting I can change. Yeah, there's no settings on the server side other than like hardware encoding or something. Anyway, oh well. I guess we kind of figured that out. That's annoying. All right. Anyway, so membership gifting event. That's not handled. Let's add a membership gifting event doodad. Because this one should be pretty easy, I think, actually. So let's go ahead and in the YouTube API, let's grab this and do boop that. So we now have super chats, and then we will do I don't want the comment there. I want the comment on the line above. I want the tabs to be correct though, or Python will be all cranky pants. Okay. Handle membership gifting event. Okay, I think I've only ever seen this once, so I'm glad I found this. All right, so there is no value. Actually, no, there is. I don't think we need it. Because I terminate this with an S, I think. And then that will change it. We'll go ahead and grab it still. I don't remember. Let's look how I do Twitch, actually, because that should be the benchmark. I guess that actually works. And their API is well documented, unlike YouTube, that the API is basically good luck. Evening house things, it's all right. We're trying to make the YouTube API not be horrifically broken. The Toshiba Libretto drive, oh, probably does. Hey, I think you said you have one or two of those, Digital Ice Age. Have you ever got the floppy drive working in Windows 98? Just out of curiosity. Let's see. Subscription, gift, something, something, something. Okay. Amount, value, S. Okay, and I think... Am I multiplying this by like 1,000 or something? I think I should. I think I should multiply value here by 1,000. Hold on, I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, value equals 1,000. Okay, so... Yeah, we'll do... Here's what we'll do. We'll grab the data thing here that is this number, and then we'll just multiply that by 1,000. Libretto recognizes them, but the drivers, several external, none of them work because the belts are all goo. Belts in a 3.5-inch drive? I've never encountered that. Hey, Ben, welcome. We're working on Python, yay! All right, so... You know what's annoying about this? I can't like have this be the same width and then like, and you know what? I'm not gonna complain about it. I'll just move this down like this. Okay, so value is going to be int snippet type, right? No, wait, snippet membership gifting details, and then gift memberships count. My gosh. If it's in this, I should, whatever. There we go. TX Slim Ones, no deck talk? No, I'm like breaking the software completely right now. Majeko, thank you for the Prime sub and for 48 months. I appreciate that. I didn't want to... Might move to Arizona. It's not as hot in this right now. Gosh. Yeah, I didn't want to like try and start running the software and then have to stop it and start it and stop it and start it multiple times. So I'm just We're going to run it after I think I've made the changes that'll make this work, but we'll see. Okay, if the value is integral, convert it to an int. What? The human deck talk? Yeah, because I don't do it every time anyway. Ben, thank you. You know, it'd almost be worth it to just have it read it in my headset and then not actually play it on stream for the subs almost. Ben, thank you for the Prime sub and for 41 months. That's 41 months there. I appreciate that. Then playing that yourself this week? Yeah. Man, that's weird. A belted 3.5-inch drive. I've never encountered that. All right. I don't understand why this exists. Headache tablets and pizza? That was me before stream. Although, sans pizza. I'm just going to get rid of that and assume that it's fine, whatever. Okay. Okay, author details, display name, that should be correct. Okay. I think we get rid of the... We're not getting rid of the @ symbol. I wonder if the @ symbol could be breaking it. Name, dot, replace. I might already be doing this somewhere else, but I'm just going to do it again anyway, just to be sure. There. We have pizza? No. It's gotta be getting stripped out, though. Like, that could be the whole problem. We're gonna just do display message instead of that other thing. So we're just gonna do here message equals snippet display message. Like, easiest thing ever. That's not what I was after. This, oh wait, that one's Control C. This one is Control Shift V. Too many different weird shortcuts. Okay, and then that should be fine. So we'll do that. And then name is not being used anywhere. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Wait, no, name is being used. But why is it from name? We don't need that. You know, I might have an idea of why the super chat thing isn't working. I think I horrifically screwed up the software. We'll see if we can fix it. Okay, UUID, channel ID, that's fine. Amount, okay, we're gonna end this with an S to indicate subs, even though they're memberships, because YouTube already named subs a thing. Value string plus S, message equal, okay, that should be good. All right, anything else I'm missing here? I think that's it, okay. Let's lock that in now. Super chat events. Why does this not work? And can I find an API example of a super chat event? No one send a super chat. It's not. Nothing's being logged, so don't do that. You know what I could do? I could try and do one of them weirdo Linux commands where we grep for this. See if I can find it. Let's see. Grep in files recursively. This will only take 12 years because there's literally one log event for every single chat message that has ever been sent. So, you know, that's CD logs. Is it just log? Okay, so grep dash R. This dot. All right, good luck. That didn't take long. Okay. That'll work. Okay, so January 9th. Let's go look at that. I have these sorted by size, so one moment. January 9th. Boop. Okay. YouTube chat. Okay. And then it is at 12:34:58. 12:34:58. Okay, it's 1.3. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna pull this out and I'm gonna paste it to log tests. Because then I'm safe to tools, JSON format, and save. Okay. So, amount micros. All right, I am, oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, so 5. That would be, hold on. Bring this back. So we are deleting 4 zeros. So if I delete 4 zeros, that's 500. That is correct for $5. Okay. And pre-breakfast, thank you for the 49 bits. Okay. So why is this not working? Maybe this whole thing doesn't actually fire. Maybe that's the problem. So we emit a chat, and then it should continue. From chat, we get author details. That's in the same area. Author details. So we should be grabbing display name, snippet, display message. That we have access to the snippet. That's correct. Okay, so if snippet type equals super chat event, okay. I'm gonna enhance the logging here just to try and make this actually work. So print recognized super chat. Print. Actually, hold on. Oh, print. Okay, let's make a complicated one here. Value. Boop. Value. Okay. You have to keep your snippets in the snippet store. That frustratingly sounds like a real thing. Okay, if the value is integral, convert it to an int. What? I do not understand why I did this. Because then I convert it to a string later. I've already done division on it here. It literally cannot be anything other than an actual number there. I'm just going to delete this. 4D. Just get rid of it. Playful, thank you for the Prime sub there. And for 13 months. I appreciate... Is that 13? No, that's not 13. I'm a little preemptive. 13 months. I appreciate that. Could it be to avoid extra digits from float imprecision? That's it. I think I should just always int the thing then, actually. Int. Like, it should never not be an int. It's not like casting an int that's already an int is going to be a problem. So, okay. So we got name. Now, is there display message? Message, super chat. Okay. So why is name being set to all this weird stuff? I don't think that should be that way. Name, string, value, currency? Currency name? What is this currency thing? I don't even remember that. I'm doing this. Ben. Okay, I can see it exploding right there. Currencies or what countries outside of the US have? Well, what do we have inside the US? Whoever has the biggest club gets the last slice of pizza? I don't know. Okay, print, sent, as emitted, super chat. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Emitted. Gift, membership. Oh gosh, I gotta find actually becoming a channel member. I think one person has done it. Oh, that's gonna be. Yeah, we gotta find that. YouTube doesn't convert to USD, so it'd come through as 40 micro GB. Yeah, that's fine. I'd rather it just have the value. Well, actually, no. I'm using display message here, so it's going to be this. I don't really care. I'm not going to over optimize that. I'm just going to use the display message here, which is under snippet, which is automatically prefixed with that. I think that's the easiest way to handle this. And I think whatever else I was doing was an over optimization. Recognized gift membership. Okay, we're gonna print value again. I'm gonna just, I mean, this should always be an int. It should be impossible for that to be anything else. I'm not gonna recast that. You just wanted to translate GB into pounds, USD into dollars. Probably. That was most likely what it was. But for right now, I'm gonna go with I don't care. I would like it to just work at all. Being mangled by the deck talk would currently be an improvement. Okay. Let me see if I can find an example of a YouTube API doohickey that is a membership. YouTube live stream API membership. Okay. API reference, API overview, blah, 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 live streaming API. That's a playlist. Why is it a playlist? Live streaming API, okay. Super chats, chat, live streams, super chat events. It's not gonna be a super chat event. Live streaming API, chat messages. I'm gonna guess that it's just shoehorned into a chat message. What if it's not? It's gotta be emitting a super chat thing. Are you logging the events live? You're looking through old, I am not currently logging events, no. So if you are contemplating helping me out, I will make a call out if anyone wants to do that after we make some changes here. But I don't want to do that right now. I want to try and have everything logging as much as possible and maybe working as much as possible before we try and do any tests like that. Yeah, so it is like ultra super borked right now. I can't remember. I think a membership actually like tanked the whole YouTube thing last time. Dude, I don't even see the membership stuff. What? Membership. Okay, no, not live streams. What are super chat? What do they look like? Super chat events. List? List super chats. This is a completely different thing. So I think that, Data, YouTube, live streaming API. What am I even querying? I don't, like, the stuff I'm doing almost doesn't even match this. Live chat messages. Okay, hold on. So maybe list. Cool. When I say the YouTube API sucks, it is not without warrant. Come on, man. It's not the ad blocker, right? Nope. Am I going insane, or are those two taskbars? Nope, they're two taskbars. You don't know how to use the two taskbars? Stream list, no. Insert, no. It's just entirely broken. Love it. Okay, cool. Barely use one. You should. I want to make a joke. Like, I've got my taskbar, and then I've got my Ask Jeeves bar, and then I've got the LimeWire bar, but no one's gonna get that anymore. Like, it's not as common. Okay, come on. There's gotta be server-side web apps. Okay, if I heard right from the other room, you don't know these shells exactly. Yes. You get it. Python. Okay, let's see if we can like backdoor our way through this by looking up. No, it just dumps it straight to GitHub. Cool. Okay, sure, why not? Updated 3 days ago? Really though? Was it? The UPS tracking bar, the weather bar? Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay, API client. Google API client, like, oh my gosh, no, we don't need any of that. That part works. Okay, hold on. Streaming live chat. Okay, so maybe this is going to tell me how to get live chat. Stream live chat demo. Okay. Well, true. Live chat request, blah, blah, response. Stream. Wait, what? Hold on. Live chat message service stub. Wait. Python library accepts a thing. Stream list. List part snippet. Max results 20. Page token. Next page token. While true. What is this? I love it when literally the only search result is that one page. I have never seen this before. Is this some kind of automatic handler for the polling delay? Because I've never seen this before. Apparently Google hasn't either. Like, look at this. This is this one page. That's it. That's the only result. I get what seems to be AI stream summaries as a little chat pop-up. I have no idea. Wait, what? Is that for people who are those individuals that come into the stream and say, I was gone for the last half hour, what did I miss? Because I've never heard of that. I don't know, that's weird. I have no idea what that is, or if I need to go disable that or something. Twitch added that recently. Cool, love it. You guys got to see this though. I don't fully understand what the origin of the video is. If it's meant to be like a supporter kind of thing, because it's unlisted. But Fran Labs put out this video about YouTube AI generated thumbnails. V Westlife linked this on Mastodon. And I didn't actually know this was a thing. I've seen people use obviously AI generated thumbnails because they went from like making two JPEGs slightly overlap without doing any kind of transparency to suddenly having full custom graphics that are extremely detailed. It's like, well, obviously using AI generated thumbnails. Turns out YouTube just has a single button that you can click in the back end now. And I was curious what that would do. So this is a supporter update video that I uploaded. This is the only camera shot in the entire video. This is what it does. And all I did was click one button on the YouTube back end, and this is the stuff that it generates as automatic thumbnails and its reasoning. And yeah, YouTube is has some questionable ideas of what I look like, but you can go on my Mastodon page and see this. It scrapes the video and then generates thumbnails from scratch that are kind of horrifyingly good. Like, I would not recognize this as an AI thumbnail from the beginning. What's really weird about it is how this is clearly merging sources from other people, because this is a European power strip on the wall there, and then that's a Hakko soldering iron. You've never seen a single piece of Hakko equipment in my streams. I do not have a Fluke. What is that, the 217 or something? I don't have one of those. I don't even know what this is. I think this is one of those cheap power supplies. There's multiple of those. I don't have a scope like that. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of insane how good this is, because here's the other thing. Like, it knows what a Toshiba Libretto is. Wrong logo? Yeah, that's the Thermaltake logo. That part was kind of funny. It nailed the logo on this one, which is horrifying. Like, look at this image too. Like, I only wanted to do this because I wanted to know what the evil is, because the YouTube stuff is so bad. So I did this once. I will never do this again, because I'm in a unique position where we can find out on the back end what kind of stuff they're suggesting. Look how good this is. I didn't show a single hard drive in the whole video. And it's like, here's SATA hard drives. This is my software in the background on a Dell monitor with a keyboard. Like, it nailed that. There's the LTT Northern Lights, or not Northern Lights, the Vancouver desk mat. It even it got, so actually, this is one area where it slightly messed up, okay? I actually have a pillowcase folded over and rolled and put on the front of the desk pad to use as a very thin wrist rest, and it merged that in. It made it incredibly disgusting, though. Like, is it... I mean, it's not, like, super clean, but it's not that bad. But, like, the hard drives, that rack is completely fictitious. It's wild to see the software there, though. Like, there is no basis for that software in any kind of training set. That's horrifying. And then the last one, I mean, like, I don't really want to dwell on this one too much because there's some stuff going on there, but yeah, it created an entirely fictitious set. I don't know if this is a set that anyone else would recognize, that it just pulled this from someone else, but I would like to point out again, it knows what a Toshiba libretto is because it's not using the image of mine, because mine has a Pentium MMX sticker on it, and it's not just perspective warping that. Also, my image of this really sucks, and it knows what it is. It has more detail than my image has. So it's kind of horrifying how good it is. I mean, yeah, the logo's off. It can nail. I didn't add this stuff. It got that. This one's perfect. Literally flawless as far as how to implement the thumbnail. So yeah, that's horrifying. When I get the Foo Fighters, it peered into an alternate universe. Yeah, I don't actually know what's going on there. If you guys want to go find Fran Lab's video, it AI generated some photos of her that were like actually accurate. So I don't know if it was just the video quality that sucked or the fact that I've never really put my face in thumbnails. Those hard drives have an extra hole, they're wrong. Oh darn. Yeah, that's the problem here. I like the dust on them too, like they've actually been in use. My gosh, it's so... Wow. Oh my god. Okay, this is one of those things. So, okay, I have a network switch right here, and I have a television mounted above my desk, and I'm using a through-hole mount that has a stud that goes through. I have hit my head on the stud and actually bled from like going like that and whacking onto it. So I have a piece of anti-slip mat wrapped around it and then Velcro strapped. It got that. It added that. That's there in front of the network switch. There's the rsync BYOB. Dude, this is awful. The one thing it completely screwed up is the gray Model M that I have tucked in the back there. It made it look like a PC Junior like numpad add-on, but it still nailed the music, keyboard, and everything else. Anyway, things horrific. Yeah, no, it's so good. So yeah, it knows all my videos, but I don't film videos with that camera angle at that desk. That's not a thing I do. That's the thing, is that this was kind of a one-off video. I'm not even sure I've ever done a supporter video in that angle. Like maybe once or twice, but that's not a regular thing. Like if I asked it to generate an image of the, office here, I would expect it to nail that. This is different. Yeah, so this was kind of eye-opening to me, because like, again, just this image, okay, so ignore how the logo is wrong and it's got like some weird gray in the background. There is nothing here that jumps out to me as wrong, other than the fact that like, I know I don't live in Europe and I wouldn't have this power strip. I mean, one of the weird things is there's two of this piece of equipment, there's two of the Fluke meter there. I don't own a Hakko. Is that a Metcal DS1 stand? That's horrible. So yeah, to say that the free thumbnails that you can generate from YouTube are good at emulating real thumbnails is an understatement. It's horrifying. Anyway, you should go watch the FrameLab video on it because she focuses a lot more on this aspect, which I don't really know how much to read into. But yeah, logo being wrong would confuse your viewers though. I'm sure you can interact with this. Apparently, I didn't know that because I just clicked one button and it generated that. And in shock and horror, I went and stared at a wall for an hour. But apparently you can interact with this and ask it to make changes. So I bet I could have it just remove those and then put the correct ones on because you can just download this from here. So yeah, that doesn't look like an EU power strip to you. Here's why it's an EU power strip and not a US one. You guys have space for power switches between the outlets. We don't. That's what that spacing is. So that's why I say, I mean, maybe literally the plugs are not, but conceptually it's much more like that. It's definitely pulling in some other sources because this is a plywood desktop. Mine is MDF. I've only used MDF in all of my videos, so it's pulling this from somewhere else. This is interesting. That is from my desk. It doesn't know what this is because I created it. So here I have, this is a 3D printed piece that you can slide over the edge of the desk and then it goes up a little bit and then there's holes in the side. So you can screw it into the desk and then put a mic arm on there. But I only use it for running my headphone cable through because I decided I didn't want the mic arm in the front. So I'm running a headphone cable through it, and that purple dot there, that's actually the power light on my computer, and it added that. This is awful. This is horrifying. I didn't want to blame Yanbita for anything, so I wasn't going to mention anything, but yeah, that was kind of my thought, actually. So it looks a little bit like his. Also, hold on. Thermal Take logo. I swear that's an old Thermal Take logo, isn't it? Like, I swear they used something more like that. Maybe it's that, I don't know. I swear that they had an older one that was much more like that. Anyway. None of these are real though, there's no coffee in any of the pictures. Fair, there is coffee in the original image right there. There's no coffee here right now though, because I drank it all already. But yeah, this image is horrifying. I don't like this one. That's a JBC soldering iron. I don't have one of those. There's no Metcals anywhere other than maybe the DS1 stand right there. So it's not getting that aspect right, but man. T2SDE and Raiders, hello and welcome. We're currently distracted looking at the horrors of what AI can do because apparently YouTube added the ability to generate AI thumbnails by clicking one button. And I found out about that last night and I clicked it for one video and they're staggeringly good. But that's not what we're actually doing today. We should go back to what we're actually doing, which is trying to look at YouTube's API and having it 404 because they are, you know, only one of the biggest companies on the planet. Why would they have their API, you know, work? So, oh gosh, I have not, that's a lot of thing there, Bajanko, geez. I think that's a much more accurate image of you though than mine was. Probably not perfectly accurate, but definitely more accurate than mine was. So derailing the stream, just wanted to mention a thing in case. Yeah, I don't know if I have a toggle for that. I can look into that in the background. I would be more than happy to get rid of that. Anyway, Philip, thank you for the Tier 1 sub and for 32 months there earlier before. I really appreciate that. Oh, man. Don't know what those chip makers are or markers. Yeah, any of that. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to avoid putting exact brand names in. So that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and try and continue. Okay. I need to find a event that is a membership. So let's do this. Let's go back to here, and then I'm going to search, instead of Super Chat event, I'm going to search Ember, because, oh, that's not helpful. Uh-oh. September. Okay. We're going to search Embership. There we go, because I don't know if it's capital or not. Until you Intel and you get, well, that's one of the things. Didn't get the membership. Okay, none of that's gift membership received. Gift membership received. Okay, I'm gonna keep letting that go. That was kind of one of the also horrifying details, is that it didn't screw up the text. Hold on. So I can just bring one of those back. Yeah, like, that's perfect. In Fran's video, she showed how it had like the YouTube Studio background in there, and it was actually messing up the text in that, but this, bang on. Which again, horrifying. Apparently P2, yeah, let me look at that. You know, I might, if that's actually there, then that might let me backdoor into the other API stuff that I need. Oh no, I think, is that the page I was on? Yeah, I think that was the exact page I was on, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's this sample, unless it's just farther down in the page and I just needed to scroll. Streamless Proto is the thing you might be interested in. Okay, hold on. Proto. Dude, I don't know why this is behaving so poorly. That's not like stream lag or something, making it oh, okay, I see what the problem is. They got one of those stupid bars that hides when you scroll down and shows when you scroll up, and it's adding this like backlash to the scroll thing. Ugh. Anyway. I want to go back to Firefox 2 on Windows XP. I'm tired of the modern internet. Okay, well now that's just like, that's just shuddering. Like it's hitching, however you want to think about it. I'm not doing anything. That should just be a smooth scroll. The web page is just horrible. That's why you only ever use the scroll wheel. This should be smoother than the scroll wheel though. This should be pixel scrolling. And it's lurching like that. Why? Anyway, the scroll wheel's bad on this. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I should use an air compressor and try and blow out the sensors from the top or something. Anyway, did we get a actual membership event? Let's see, membership, gifting, details. Like I'm trying to scroll there and it's just not working. Google's just a basic at making websites, yeah. Gift memberships, okay. See, I feel really bad. These gift memberships are not being announced. Gift membership. Okay, so I think the only member may have not done it during a live stream, so I didn't catch it. and the YouTube API is broken, so I can't look it up. All right, fine. I think that's it. We're just see how fast we can scroll wheel spin with the air compressor. That would be a lot more interesting on my Logitech MX Master 3S because the scroll wheel is metal and knurled, so it would actually have bite. This one's just the rubber, and it grips, it drags a lot. It wouldn't spin, probably. The MX Master 3X would be, or 3S would be something. It would be dangerous, actually. All right. No one do anything if you are feeling like being generous and helping yet. Because I want to make sure that it doesn't explode like that. No definition for say. What? Is that because I'm running it remotely? That's weird. Never seen that before. It's stream, not server. I know words. Scroll the entire internet 46 seconds, yeah. Yeah. No, so this is the MX518 that I'm using here. It's very, very, very used, which is part of why the scroll wheel's bad. Semester 3 has some dangers. What did I come into? If we use an air compressor to spin the scroll wheel. Because it's a heavy scroll wheel. No such file or say test. Why is that not working? This is supposed to be the Deck Talk program. Huh. All right. One moment. I need to poke around files to see why the Deck Talk binary is not in my path on the server. So I need to look in less stream protected places. Okay, so this is fine. So we've got say here in home bin. Well, let's just echo path. Blah, blah, aggo local bin, blah. Wait, is just bin not in my path anymore? No, here we go. User directory bin. So this should be here, which means Wacom LAN desktop. That's in my path. Okay. Hold on. Twitch is over here driving me nuts. You guys wonder why I bother to make all my own stuff? Look at this. Like, I try to have the minimal Twitch thing. I have it, like, zoomed out even, and half of the page is used up by stupid UI nonsense. Executable bit? I think it's more likely that it's no longer pointing to something useful. ls-la. Say, oh, yeah, that would do it. Yeah, it's a little hard for that RAID to be active when the hard drives are sitting on top of the server cabinet currently. Unlink, say. One moment. Where was that at? That was hardware, speech, desktop, Ubuntu, hardware, speech, desktop, Ubuntu, latest. Boop. All right, there we go. I found it. Hey, look, it's pointing somewhere that exists now. Yay! All right, let's try that again. Okay. It did not explode. All right. So let me check. Everything is working. Okay, read. All right, so there's YouTube messages. Those are coming through. Test. Well, that wasn't test, but you know what? That'll work. So, all right. It's okay. I had an old crud moment. Moving NAS box. How to update the firmware on itself. Saw the power light blinking. LEDs panicked. Oh my gosh, it rebooted due to an update. So this whole last 2 weeks, I have been working on server maintenance, which is why the supporter video thumbnail pulled out hard drives, because I was putting in a new RAID, and it's been so much work. And I thought I was super clever, and I was like, I'm gonna do this really crazy smart thing. Before I do any work on the server, I'm gonna restart it, because I don't want to make a hardware change because I shut it down, do a change, turn it on, and then have any weird lingering problems happen at the exact same time I change something with the RAID arrays. So I was like, I'm gonna fully shut down and restart the server before I do anything, just so that I could throw any warning lights that are gonna happen before I actually start working on it. So I did that, and it was fine. But lo and behold, the Docker client updated when the Portainer client did not, or vice versa, or something. I don't remember exactly what it was. But Docker and Portainer became incompatible, and I could no longer actually maintain my Docker compose script client stack things, because I have no idea where Portainer saves the compose scripts. So I had to fix Portainer before I could even do anything. So, but I didn't catch that until after I did the RAID, because I didn't think to check that. So yeah, all right, I'm gonna test a different thing. Test. Okay, I just want to make sure that that comes through. It's gonna take a little bit here. The horrible things that probably went through almost instantly on the web user interface, yeah, but it will still have not come through on that. There it is. Man, it takes so long. All right, I am going to say, if you want to try doing a super chat, now would be the time to do it. I don't know if it'll work. It will not be read out loud, because the client for the stuff is not running on the Stream PC. But we should see it show up here, at the very least. Use ad block filter. Actually, I'd be better off with Stylus, I think. I could do that, but I never use that, so it shouldn't matter. I really wish that there were buttons on the back end to just simulate these things. That would be so much nicer. Portizo, thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, let's see what happens here when it gets a YouTube update. And hey, I think that actually worked. Value 1000, that will have worked. That should have tripped Deck Talk. You know what? Let me just fire up the stuff over here. It might actually read it. Let's find out. Stream remote, running console.
Deck Talk is now online. End of line. Porgio says, is this thing on? End of line.
It does work. That is the first time a super chat has actually been read. Oh my gosh, we fixed it. I don't know exactly what was broken before, but that fixed it. Thank you so much, Portizo. I appreciate that. Okay, it may read gift memberships now as well. Awesome. Forgot to put it in the van before the sun came up. Burned your hands through the gloves. Oh my gosh. Make sure you run the air conditioning extra on the way so it's cold by the time you get here. Oh man. Yes, Stylus. So Stylus is, I don't know if I have it, I do have it installed here. Stylus is a browser extension that lets you write custom CSS for web pages. So if I do body, color is blue, save, it should, you know what, hold on, important, save, it should, what's the error? Function expect, oh, wait, save, boom, well, it made that like it, HTML, boom. Well, it's how you overwrite CSS on web pages if you want. So that's what Stylus is. Oh gosh, Nate's calling my...
Megapic says it worked once for me. Let's see now. XD. End of line.
Oh, that's so awesome. Nate, thank you for the $2. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, it works. Ah! It's the first time ever. Oh, that feels so good. Doesn't it cascade though? It should be, that's like the whole, you know, this cascade style sheet, like, anyway. Oh man, all right, well, now we got 50 minutes left, and I thought this was actually gonna fight me a whole lot more. No? Lame. What's the point even then? Now I'm just curious. Body, star. I think I also want this, because that shorten donates button is not there. Color, blue, boom, save. Important. There we go. So yeah, now you can see how that works. Yeah. It's very handy if you want to make a specific change to a web page. Why is that blue still? I disabled it, didn't I? Boom, there we go. There's a selector, descendant of operator. Yeah. Better find something to fill the time. All right. Who wants to see if we can find cheap SSDs on eBay? No. So, I found out how SATA SSDs have apparently gone extinct now. So all the drives that I use for recording my videos are now a rare breed, and I probably don't want to do that anymore, especially for the 850s, the ones that actually support trim on Windows XP. I probably... Oh. Wait, I can do this. There we go. Now we have normal overlay. Because it's actually working then. No, I didn't have any cheap SSDs fail. I actually haven't had any of the recording drives fail, thankfully, because that would really suck. No, this is the only time I've ever had it work after right-clicking to refresh there. No, I just wanted to re-enable the proper stream overlay. Fun segue. It's sad there are barely any 2.5 SSDs. Yeah, I don't know why they're going away. Also, I feel like I'm old every time I hear someone say they're 2.5 SSDs because I want to go, actually, they're 3.5, and then I have to realize, wait a minute. Want to capture a fresh membership event? I would appreciate that, actually, if you want to do that. There is a chance that it won't capture, so I can't say for sure. Because hold on, before you do that, let me look at the API to make sure that it works the way I think it works. Wait, it doesn't, hold on. Okay, so it's still running. Let me make sure that I'm capturing stuff the way I think I'm capturing stuff. Okay, so stream. They can be 3.5 with the right adapter. Yeah. Okay, API, YouTube, open with Kate. Okay, I just want to make sure that I'm pretty print dumping or whatever the entire thing for whatever I get, and that it's not looking for anything else first. Because the way that it works is so weird. Oh my gosh, it's impossible to read that with the Chroma subspace or sub-channel nonsense. Get broadcast. Okay, so it should be get chat. Get chat update. Okay. So that's the thing. Will it be a chat update? I bet it's not. I bet that's why I've never seen it. I bet there is no chat message for it. It's probably an entirely different API. Hold on one moment. Let me see if I can find anything about that. Live streaming API. Why are there like 12 server side web apps? Okay, let's look at this. Samples, reference, that's what I want, reference. Okay. Live broadcast, live chat, bands, messages. Man, I really wish I could get data that's supposed to... Wait, I have an idea. Wait, why did that work this time? Wait, live chat messages, hold on. Wait, it actually took me to the data? Page token, I think it did. Live chat message resource, is this it? Wait, we might have actually got the API stuff. We complained and someone listened. Okay, type. Snippet type, chat ended event, sponsor only mode ended event. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Member, super chat, super sticker? Okay. Tombstone, a message that used to exist with this ID, published timeline, since been deleted, is not sent upon deletion of message. Oh, that's weird. Membership gifting. It's a completely different thing. It doesn't exist. Membership gifting event and gift membership received event. There is no membership event. So don't do it because I have no way of connecting to it or grabbing it. Okay. Interesting. Is there any way to tell when someone becomes a channel member? Oh, I bet I know. I bet it's not the live streaming API. I bet you have to go through the regular YouTube API. Reference. Members. Oh my gosh, do I have to pull the full members list and look for changes? Is that what it has to? No. YouTube live get new members. Like what if they're member updates? YouTube API. No. Oh my gosh, is it that? It can't be this bad. I think that's what you have to do. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Is a sponsor not a member event, but olden days terminology? No, I believe that's going to be something completely different. So, for example, on Twitch, you can do the Minecraft type sponsorship thing that I did a couple of weeks ago. And I think it's something more related to that. Oh, or maybe something else. I don't know, like they had the Valorant subs that would happen when someone else gifted a sub, and then it would just be like, here's a bonus sub or whatever. So it might be something more like that. Live? No, I don't think that's it. Are you sure? Live chat? Yeah, I don't. Is it the sponsor one? That doesn't sound right though. Hold on. Sponsor. A user has sponsored the channel that owns. The author field contains the sponsor. Sponsor equal member. But where are you getting that sponsor equals member? Maybe that's it. Sponsor only mode? Oh my gosh, I think. Okay, that makes me think that it is members. What on earth? User sent a member milestone chat. It's like they completely mirrored the Twitch API, but in a dumber way. By the way, fun fact, I found out today that you have to pay Streamlabs money to do this, by the way, to merge the two chats and have this stuff work. And it's a not insignificant amount, even if I paid myself, you know, like a real salary for how much time I've spent on this, I think I would actually be ahead. Yeah, that's weird that they have member here and sponsor here, that it is inconsistent. I think that sounds right, Diego. I don't remember that being possible. They vibe coded it, yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll do a new sponsor event. Okay, hold on. Control Z. Vim. That's the... Oh, that's where that went. I made a... I saved a note that's like, here's how you set up a RAID array for me for future use. And I completely lost it. I had no idea where it went. Apparently I put it in the repo for the stream stuff. Oh gosh. Why am I allowed to use computers unsupervised? Oh, I'm gonna have to restart the Twitch thing because apparently I have multiple instances of Vim open now. FG, goodbye, one moment, and then FG again. Actually, I'm just gonna start it on the server properly. So this, running console, and then I will just restart it in a moment. Where you're super efficient, yeah. Okay. So let's look at. I'm so happy that's working.
It says it worked once for me. Let's see now. XD end of line.
Okay. Let's see. Rename sponsors, but forgot to change the name. Well, you shouldn't change the API, but I don't know how that made it to production. Like, that part is weird. So we'll just say new sponsor event. Although, sponsor milestone, new sponsored channel that owns the live chat. I'm going to assume this just refires if you, like, continue your membership or... Sponsor milestone chat? Is there going to be anything at all in this? Yeah, I didn't think so. No, that is completely worthless. I'm going to guess this is, like, has been subbed for 2 years. Or whatever. And by subbed, I mean a member. Replaces the sponsor's endpoint in 2020. Okay, well, that was a little... There was some actual time where it was called sponsor then. API clients should update calls to the sponsors list to the method name members list. Okay. So they're probably going to change this API name at some point. Cool. Love it. All right, well, I'm going to add both of these and kind of hope for the best. Matter of fact, I think... No, that's completely different. Okay. Fun. Okay, so let's assume... Oh my gosh, I might need... the API sample. Hold on. Let me see if they have any kind of documentation for what this would be. Because they make it so specific to each particular thing. Okay, they might actually have enough information here. So, snippet, membership, gifting event. Yeah, this might actually work. New sponsorship. This object contains details about the new membership. This is only new sponsorship. Member is the term. Oh, there they spell it out. Okay. Member level, new sponsor details. Okay, so there's like a lot of new sponsor details. Is upgrade. Oh, that's a lot of stuff to cover. Okay, well, actually, I think I can do this. I think I can set value to 1,000, just hard code it. New membership. Value 1,000. Author details, display name, I think.
77 subscribed with Prime.They subscribed for 17 months, currently on a 17-month streak.
Good to know the Twitch one still works. Lucky Pop, thank you for the Prime sub and for 17 months of hanging out. I appreciate that. We are deep into this right now. Okay. I think that's all I need. I'm going to assume it has a display message. So we're going to hard code the value to 1000. Do that. And then we're not actually using anything else related to that. So that should work for a new member. New member. I will open that up to testing in a little bit. It's not ready yet because I'm going to add the membership update, whatever thing, whatever they called it. Hold on. Let me do this. That way I actually have that saved. Okay, member milestone. Member month. Total number of months rounded. That's all. That's what I need. Member milestone. Oh gosh, I hit the buttons. Copy. Okay. Let's put this down here. Boom. Okay. Membership milestone. Honestly, this is kind of a better way of naming this. I think I like this more than the way that Twitch does it. So Twitch just gives you that like share button and your thing happens at some point, and if you miss it, you know, like whatever, it's kind of weird. Okay, so it's snippet, member milestone, member month. Okay. So value equals 1000 int, in case it's a string. Hold on, I want to be really lazy and I want to copy things that are not correct. Actually, that kind of helped because I was going to be weird about how I did it. Okay, so snippet, member milestone chat details. My gosh, that's such a long thing. Boom. And then member month. And I'm just gonna, you know what? I think it should just be set to 1000 again, now that I think about it, actually. Because that is what that represents, actually. And then whatever the, like, how many months it is, I assume will be in that. Okay. I'm intentionally leaving that as milestone, because that's, like, a really funny word. All right. This may be it. Save. Okay, let me restart this, see what happens. Wait, connect to YouTube. That's not right. One moment. Connect to YouTube is there in connect. Disconnect. Doesn't actually print anything. Oh, well, that was broken. Okay, well, this may not run. That's cool. Stream, server, NTF. Connect to Twitch, connect to YouTube. Okay, that's the YouTube. That's correct. Okay, that's correct. That is user icons.
Let's see now. XD and a line.
That's weird. I don't know what that is. Live chat view. Okay, so that's working. Okay. Testing in production since the beginning of time. Yeah, that's like, well, there is no non-production way of testing this because I cannot make YouTube synthesize API events on the back end. Same thing with Twitch, actually. It's really frustrating. I think they know that they got this scam going on where you have to do it live and it has to be a real event. Oh, that sucks, Philip. Holy moly. Our viewers are QA. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let me test this. Test. I want to make sure that that actually comes through as a new event. It did. Wow, it was even kind of fast. All right. If someone does want to try a membership, I think it might work. It's hard to say. You know what? I just realized this isn't printing the value. Ruh-roh. So I'm going to have no idea what to think. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, well, I'm going to wait a moment. That plus you aren't allowed to directly solicit donations. That I did not know. Is that a YouTube thing? Yeah, that can't be right, actually. Hold on. I mean, obviously on Twitch, that's wrong, because there are sub-event things. What do you mean it's printed in chat? Harvesting spare CP cycles. Yeah. It was you who told us originally? Yeah, I don't think so. Because Twitch has the, I can't remember, sub goals. That. I assume YouTube has the same thing. The existence of a sub goal is asking people to give you subs. So you can't, it can't be where you can't ask that. Maybe I read it somewhere and I didn't make that connection before. I don't know if YouTube has a similar thing. If they have a sub goal anywhere on YouTube or a membership goal, then yeah, look at the bottom in my preview. That is there. Okay. I just need to replace whatever the donate notification is, because this is different. So I just need to put this text up here. And now I understand why I was trying to currency convert it, but I think that was what was broken. So let's just not mess with that. What's lame, Desiac? Oh, I mean, Desiac's free to recommend that all he want now. Okay, so the YouTube API, whatever it is, was reload. I don't know what I did. I maybe edited it through Vim over here. Yeah, I did. Okay. Let me look at what I'm sending. So the chat message is probably something completely different then. Text, color, text, snippet, display message versus snippet, display message. Snippet, display message. Versus user comment, which appears to be what it used. It's no, that shouldn't happen. User comment. Hold on, let's see if that's anywhere. Emit, donate. Oh, for super chat specifically, I screwed it up. Oh, well, okay, we can fix that. Got it. Yoink. Boom. Fixed. Okay. Let me restart it one more time. That won't fix what's in there right now. Okay.
Porgio
Oh,
says
it did
PLN
fix.
10.00 from Porgio. Is this thing on?
I know why I
End of
did.
line. Netapic says $2 dot from Netapic. It worked once for me. Let's see now. .xt. End of line.
That's perfect. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Finally. I feel so bad when I don't see those. I think it's all good now. I think everything should be working in theory. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is the only thing we haven't tested. That and a membership milestone event where somebody pushes the button that says, hey, I'm still a member. Fun fact, I was able to actually play Factorio, the good one, on my, there's nothing wrong with Satisfactory. Factorio on my Surface 5 Pro, the ancient one. Somehow, Factorio, it's even Space Age, runs good enough for that. I didn't load like a big old fancy pants save, but it ran really well still. See, I believe there was a ban on asking for any form of donations before they added bits. Now they want it done through bits so they get a cut. That makes a lot of sense when people are just doing it like direct through PayPal or whatever, which if I wanted to get really fancy, I could actually add that too. But yeah, I think this is much better. Somebody else has to do it. You already shot your shot? Wait, did it not show up? Okay, that's super weird because it didn't show up here either, if you did. Wait, so you did do it, Portizo? Because it didn't even show up on the actual YouTube one. I had no idea. Before Shelby bankrupts Ko-Fi. Adrian, thank you so much. Okay.
Became a member. End of line.
Yes! I have no idea why it didn't work. Is it possible? Why is it? Oh, your logo is Nancat. I was like, why is the icon for this Nancat? Adrian, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Portizo, I have no idea why yours didn't show up. I think they're all gonna work. I think we're good. Oh my gosh. You just remembered? Oh, that's excellent. Okay. Oh man, I'm so happy now. Okay. There's a Linux distro specifically designed for running Factorio. Yeah, but I don't think I want to install that on my machine that needs a custom kernel to even work with the touchscreen. Oh, man. All right. That's weird, Portizo. I have no idea why it didn't work. That is Google's own money that was going to expire anyway. Well, that works out. That's like using your free Prime subs that you get when you have Amazon Prime to support the streamer without it costing you any money. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Oh, that's rough, Ben. I hate it when that happens. That was still one of the funniest stories ever, though, because I got a 4-battery UPS that mounts in a server rack, and I needed 4 batteries for that, plus more batteries for some other UPSs I had, and it actually made sense to go to Batteries Plus and buy an 8-pack of UPS batteries, and the guy said, "You are the only person who have ever bought one of these without a business account," and that was so funny. I don't know if that was maybe a hint that you should have a business account and you get a discount or not, but you know, whatever. It's not like I was buying a lifetime supply of them. Factorio 100-inch 4K, yeah. So Factorio specifically cannot run any faster than 60 hertz because it is one of those tick limited games. So you can't run it faster, and it will not interpolate the graphics. Okay. Well, I am really glad that all of that got resolved. That was really bugging me. Let's do one of those, like, you know, things where we save the code. Git commit -am made code work git push. Here at Tech Tangents Incorporated, we do nothing but the best documentation. Unfortunately, that one's still going to GitHub, so I will have to pull that over to GitLab later. Now you have a reason to watch this on YouTube. You can get the pleb spec Hisense? No. That's not the only thing I play. I mean, it's the majority of what I play. Actually, I do want to try the high refresh rate CRT emulation stuff that the RT4K can do with OLED. I kind of forgot about that. Well, I was going to say that makes it a business expense, but just like editing videos on them at all makes them a business expense. It doesn't matter. We want to install a gate, Desiac. We don't want monitors. Granted, gates are still going to be cheap later, but I don't care. All right. I think that's it. I can't think of anything more to add right now. I'm really happy with how this is now. I think that's it. So here, the delay's too much. Yeah, yeah. I guess there is one thing I could do. Let's look this up. Okay. I want to see if there is a way of ending a live stream via the API. Because it's easy to accidentally leave the YouTube stream running because they're dumb. So Twitch has the automatic, like, the head and hands, oh no, you lost connection thing. And it lasts for 5 seconds. That's it, I think. It's something really, really short. Maybe 30 seconds or a minute, but it's something really short. YouTube's lasts 24 hours. So that's why I will accidentally leave the stream running, because I will end the video feed. It actually, OBS sends the correct end of the stream command to Twitch. Wait a minute. I should try making YouTube the primary stream receiver and make Twitch the secondary, and then maybe we just have Twitch automatically fail off. And maybe OBS will send the proper command to YouTube to end it. We can't test that in the middle. I'll have to try to remember to do that tomorrow before stream. It's bolted onto YouTube? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. They could change that number whenever they want. I have no idea why they made it 24 hours. I cannot think of a single use case where 24 hours later you'd go, oh gosh, I've been live this whole time, but it disconnected by accident. Oh, gee willikers. Let me just go ahead and reconnect. Because that's the thing. That only happens when you think you're broadcasting, but you're not. If you don't figure it out within like an hour, that's insane. See, that's the thing, Portizo. If you enable end stream automatically and you have even 1 second of a blip, then your VOD gets split and you have 2 of them. That's the thing. The failover only works if you enable that 24 hours one. So it's better to have it do that instead. Although maybe with my fiber internet at home, that's not as much of a problem, but still, it's like, ugh. Forgot to hit record. Well, I don't have that problem because my whole production setup is completely different. I never want to use this, like, live camera angle unless I absolutely must. Managed that for 10 minutes last weekend. I accidentally unplugged a WAN cable. Oh, gosh. There's a broadcast status parameter. Yeah. Well, the thing is I need to read the broadcast status, and then I need to see if there is a way of telling it to end the broadcast. I accidentally hit one of those stupid DPI buttons, and I did see your message, Dziak. Okay, enable auto start. I don't want that. I want to be able to stop and start. You can change it to complete. That sounds correct. I guess it would be insert. The DPI is still, I hate DPI buttons on mice. They should not exist. At best, you should be able to hold one button and have it temporarily change the DPI. Having it be like a toggle is terrible. Broadcast is over. Stops transmitting video. Send a link. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Transition. Oh, that's different. I don't know how that works. So, list. Live broadcast, self API live broadcast list. Part snippet status. So, is there like a separate API function for transition then? All parameters. This is query parameters. So I get this already because I have to get that to be able to pull the chats. I basically get the first only whatever one that's actually active, and then I save that ID. Okay, you know what? This is a bad idea. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm changing my mind. Because here's what I was thinking. Oh, here I already saved this. So what I'll do is when I go to disconnect the software, because it automatically runs the disconnect when I go to close it. So like I could put the transition to close in here. That would mean if I ever need to restart the chat stuff, it's going to kill the stream. So I should not do that. Yeah, I don't think there's a good way of controlling that because this is not the video route software. This is not the same as like this. This has no concept of the YouTube API. So I don't want to integrate that into this. That would be like extremely excessive. It does have OBS interaction, but that's different. Do I want Twitch and YouTube functionality built into this? This is meant to be for local stuff. I mean, it could do it. It would be a completely different project, though. Definitely not something we could do in like the next 9 minutes. All right, I think we're going to ignore that problem. That is currently unsolvable. It might actually be possible to do it from the API, but I don't think that that will work. I think I will be better off just changing around how I do this. So what I do is I have a plugin here, multiple output. So this, you know what? I should just try this. I'll try clicking stop here when I end the stream and see if that sends like a stop command. I don't think that'll work either. Anyway, what I should do is I should put Twitch here instead of YouTube, and then I should put YouTube in the actual OBS stream settings, and then see if proper OBS streaming is smart enough to send the complete API query. And then if it does, it can't, because it doesn't have an, well, maybe OBS ships their own API key. I don't know. I'll just have to test it. We'll test that tomorrow. Because if I can use the stop streaming button over here and then that does it, that's fine. And then I'll just put Twitch over here. Twitch is smarter. Even if it does the head and hands thing for 5 seconds, 1 minute at the end of stream, that's acceptable. So I will do that. Which I believe, if that's going to be the case, then everything is currently solved. I know of no outstanding problems with the Stream API. Last you checked, OBS can't stop a YouTube stream. Well, in that case, we're just going to have random 24-hour black screen streams every now and then when I forget. I wouldn't, you know what, let's just look it up. OBS stop YouTube stream. Okay, let's see. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That's not, that seems to be what I want. Live stream not stopping. Yeah, this is it. Do the end stream command. Da, 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 da. I don't believe you can actually, this is still several years ago. Just realized I'm still using the individual split chat when I don't need it anymore because mine is up and running and new and improved. Oh, that's so nice. Recommendation, leave auto stop turned off. Yeah, I just learned to use end broadcast button in OBS. End broadcast. What? YouTube end broadcast. Is that a thing? Look at 22, this might work now. Oh, it almost, this makes it seem like, but this is, everything about this is probably wrong. Unless there is a dedicated end broadcast, but I don't think so. Fail safe to end broadcast. Fail safe to end broadcast, trying to stop me stream. This has got to be an ancient OBS thing. I've not, yeah, that button does not exist, although this is also an ancient OBS, 32.3. I don't know when that's from. That might be older than this. Oh, bro, this sounds like a you problem. I'm sorry, but like, you got a years-long stream, you accidentally hit the end broadcast button? Come on. That's on you. Dude, I want the warning before I go live. Oh, someone in here, fine, I'll accept whatever your cookies are. Minute. Yeah, so this is the workflow. Stop a stream, wait about 1 minute so that YouTube stops the stream from their side. So what I end up doing is I watch the stream somewhere, and then, or I count like 10 seconds after the like wipe transition happens, and then I stop the YouTube stream. Have your set to prompt before going live? Not sure about on stop. Have that automated by the end of my outro. So I have that done for Twitch. That stops the streaming here. So yeah, as soon as I click outro, it will stop as soon as either the music ends or as soon as the print video ends. Either one of those will trip the end stream. It's actually this. If I switch to this scene, then it kills the stream. That's how it works. But it's set to automatically switch to that scene if I do anything here. Sanity. I'm very A-okay with that becoming a new in-joke. All right, this looks unsolvable. Or like just enough people don't YouTube stream, or maybe their internet is like, you know, stable or whatever. Maybe I can stop using the auto end or the not auto end. Maybe I can enable that. Because since I got fiber at home, it's been perfectly rock solid. So. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Well, I think that's everything. I'm actually kind of really surprised and happy with how much progress we made today. So, yeah. I wasn't expecting it to like actually work, because it seems like every time I try and touch the YouTube API, it's just a broken mess. But no, it's fully implemented now. So, all right. Speaking of fancy lasers for internet, I know, right? It's crazy. It's so good at home. Dumb, complete sidebar. I went to a gas station this morning because my car doesn't run on, you know, unicorn farts, and there was someone there working on it. Half of the gas stations apparently run off of SFP channel or SFP modules. So that was kind of funny because I had some big box that was open on the top, and it was just there's a bunch of SFP stuff in there. Anyway, I should wrap this up. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. All right, it's outro time. Boom, outro. Oh my gosh, the delay is so bad. Wow, it's really, really bad. Only just now did I see the, like, hands. I did this thing as soon as I clicked the outro button. Wow. Man, okay, well, all right. That's gonna be it for today. I might have somewhat of a plan for streams for the rest of the week, but they're like really complicated. I don't know if I want to actually try and do them. Ugh. I think GPin's been here. It's related to that, but like, oh my gosh, that would be such a pain. I don't know. So we'll see. It's possible that Does YouTube member get the Discord? I believe so. I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe not for the live channel. Check, and if not, ping me about it, because I can set that up, I believe. So, the live channel, adding it, I only did it because YouTube, I think, was going to give me like a bucket of money, like, hey, you should enable this. And it will give you, I think it was $500 or something to push the button. And I'm like, well, yes, I will click a button for $500. So anyway, yeah. I'll look into it. So, all right, that's it for now. We may or may not look at Max. Ugh. This weekend. I don't know. Because I want to find out if the Grease Weasel is fully capable of reading and writing Mac discs with 3.5-inch drives, and that would specifically 800K Macs. And I think using my Mac Classic 2 would not be appropriate. So I don't want to use that.
Subscribe for 42 months, currently on 42 months to read. And says Lord at PM late. End of line.
Schmide, thank you for the tier 1 sub, and for 42 months. That's 42. I appreciate that. Yeah, so anyway, we need a 800K Mac working, which I think is like a 512K, or maybe a 1 meg. I don't know. The secret is, I have a lot of Macs. Like a lot. Too many. So we should be able to get one working, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for now. If you all enjoyed this stream, you'll want to follow to be notified when I go live again next, which should hopefully not be working on this software, maybe for a long time now, actually. I think we just like hit a good milestone. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But that's it for now, and I will see you all next time.